German generals believed they were prepared for anything. They had conquered Europe with speed, discipline, and brutal efficiency. Their armies were experienced, their tactics were refined, their officers were confident. But there was one thing they did not fully understand: logistics. While Germany focused on battlefield brilliance, the United States was preparing something far larger and far more decisive: factories. In 1941, when the United States entered World War II, Germany expected a slow response. A nation far away, inexperienced soldiers, an army that would take years to mobilize. They were wrong. Almost immediately, American industry began transforming at a scale the world had never seen. Car factories stopped making cars. They began producing tanks. Refrigerator plants started building machine guns. Shipyards worked day and night, launching new vessels faster than Germany could sink them. The goal was simple: overwhelm the enemy, not just on the battlefield, but everywhere. German intelligence reports soon began noticing something disturbing. No matter how many American tanks were destroyed, more kept arriving. No matter how many planes were shot down, new squadrons appeared in the sky. For the Germans, this was deeply unsettling. They were used to fighting armies. They were now fighting an entire industrial system. Germany perfected mass production, standardized parts, assembly lines, interchangeable components. A damaged tank could be repaired quickly. A lost truck could be replaced immediately. Germany, on the other hand, relied on complex designs, hand-built machines, and limited resources. One American tank was not superior to a German one, but 5 American tanks arriving every time one was destroyed, that changed everything. Then came the logistics networks: thousands of trucks, miles of railroads, endless supply depots, food, fuel, ammunition. American soldiers were fed, equipped, and reinforced constantly. German generals began to realize a terrifying truth: they were losing a war of production. The Atlantic Ocean, once seen as a barrier, became an American highway. Liberty ships crossed day and night, delivering weapons, vehicles, and men to Europe. Some ships were built in just weeks. Germany could not match this pace. Every battle the Germans won cost them resources they could not replace. Every battle the Americans lost was followed by reinforcements. A famous realization spread among German officers: the United States was not fighting battles, it was fighting time, and time was on America's side. By late 1944, the outcome was becoming inevitable. The Allies did not just have soldiers, they had fuel when it was needed, ammo when it mattered, food when morale was breaking. Logistics turned strategy into victory. Germany underestimated factories, supply chains, and production lines, and that mistake proved fatal. In the end, World War II was not only decided by generals and battles, it was decided by ships, trucks, factories, and numbers. Germany fought with brilliance. The United States fought with logistics, and logistics won the war. By late 1944, German commanders were no longer asking how to defeat the Allies. They were asking how long they could survive. The battlefield no longer belonged to tactics alone. It belonged to supply. Every German decision was now shaped by shortages. Fuel was rationed, ammunition carefully counted, training hours reduced. Entire divisions existed only on paper. Meanwhile, the American machine kept accelerating. Not because the war was easy, but because logistics made it sustainable. The United States had learned something Germany never fully embraced. Modern war is not won by moments of brilliance. It is won by endurance. And endurance requires supply. After D-Day, the
The Allied advance faced a massive problem. Ports were destroyed, roads were damaged, bridges were blown up. To the Germans, this looked like an opportunity. They believed the Allies would outrun their supply lines and stall. Instead, the Americans improvised at a massive scale. Temporary ports, mulberry harbors, were assembled in pieces and towed across the English Channel. Within days, vehicles, fuel, and troops flowed directly onto French beaches. German intelligence was stunned. They had planned for landings. They had not planned for mobile ports. Then came the Red Ball Express, a non-stop logistics operation using thousands of trucks running day and night. Drivers slept in their vehicles. Routes were prioritized. Fuel moved faster than German forces could react. Entire armies advanced because supply kept pace. German units retreating through France faced a nightmare. Rail lines were destroyed by Allied bombing. Fuel depots vanished overnight. Even elite units found themselves immobile. A tank without fuel is just steel. German generals now understood something horrifying. They were not losing because they lacked soldiers. They were losing because their soldiers could not move. The Ardennes offensive, the Battle of the Bulge, was Germany's last gamble. The plan relied on capturing Allied fuel depots. German tanks advanced with just enough fuel to reach them. If the fuel was not captured, the offensive would die. And it did. When the attack stalled, German vehicles were abandoned by the hundreds, not destroyed, abandoned. Meanwhile, American units regrouped, supplies arrived, fuel flowed, the offensive collapsed. From that moment on, German defeat was no longer a question of if, but when. American logistics didn't just support combat, it shaped strategy. Allied commanders could plan bold advances because they trusted supply lines. Germany could not. Their planning was limited by scarcity. As Allied forces pushed into Germany itself, the imbalance became even clearer. American troops carried more food, more ammunition, more medical supplies. Wounded soldiers were evacuated quickly. Equipment was repaired or replaced. German troops, by contrast, scavenged. They reused ammunition. They lacked winter clothing. They rationed fuel to almost nothing. This wasn't a failure of courage. It was a failure of resources. The United States had turned war into an equation. Production plus logistics equals dominance. Germany underestimated this equation from the beginning. They believed wars were won by superior men and superior weapons. The Americans proved wars are won by systems. Systems that absorb losses. Systems that adapt. Systems that never stop. By 1945, the German war machine was collapsing from the inside. Factories were bombed, supply lines shattered, fuel almost non-existent. The army still fought, but it fought in fragments. The United States, by contrast, fought as a unified mechanism. Every soldier connected to a vast industrial network stretching across an ocean. This is why German generals later admitted their mistake. They underestimated American logistics. They believed distance